welcome back everyone to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show. Ha! Welcome back. Big news. Tonight's episode is all about the legacy edition of Success Magazine. And Russell Brunson is featured front and center. But even bigger news is that Russell will be signing copies live online tomorrow, and you do not want to miss this moment. We'll be breaking down what makes this legacy edition so powerful, the stories, the impact, and how it ties into Russell's next big movement in entrepreneurship. We'll talk about how his vision continues to inspire creators, marketers, and business owners all around the world, and how you can grab your copy before it sells out and get it signed live. On tonight's episode of Pitch Practice, the show. My name is Mark, and I am the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here with BKXX Enterprises, your chief business strategist and digital plumber, helping you get those funnels hooked up online properly so you don't miss a lead through leaky digital pipes.
Leaky pipes. All right. What's up? We're not live inside of the Facebook group. Well,
that stinks.
Yeah, not the ClickFunnels official. We're gonna have to try and run it back, but yeah, we're not live right now. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, you know how it is with these synchronizing together. But give us a hashtag where you're watching from down in the comments. We love to see you. Thanks for coming out and supporting. Let's see if Facebook even allows. Nope, Facebook does not allow any changing of the audience. Wait a minute. Let me see here. Hold on. But give us a hashtag where you're watching from. Oh, yeah. All right. What's going on, Brandon?
Man, trying to catch up from last week, man. We missed last week, man. We missed. I don't want to bring it up, but I had to bring it up because I kind of felt bad about it. But, I mean, I was pitching, which is why I missed. So I ended up selling the that e-commerce drop shipping program that Russell launched a couple months back. And not only that, I was helping, get that all set up and connected to the store that my customer there. And it's going to be a pickleball store of all things, right? So got them hooked up with ZenDrop, and they have a phenomenal list of pickleball gear that they're looking to sell. They also have a physical pro shop as well in the local area here, and they do custom t-shirts. So when it's live and it's all built out, we're definitely going to be doing a demo of it. So, don't want to miss an episode because you don't know when it's going to show up.
Oh, pickleball. That's interesting because it seems that pickleball was the entire concept, how the entire concept behind how OfferLab started.
Yeah,
I'm sure that you're going to be using ZenDrop and getting them connected on OfferLab too.
I will see about the OfferLab deal, especially for the e-commerce side of it. The physical side doesn't make any sense for ZenDrop, so definitely get her on the e-commerce side, but one step at a time.
Right. Okay.
At a time.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because I think you really have to make sure on those items that your your profit margins actually support being able to allow referral partners and affiliates so that you can get them a commission. But it's definitely, yeah, I think Zendrop, Offer Lab, and ClickFunnels, perfect combination.
It is 100%.
Yes, almost. It's interesting. I've got someone with me on Offer Lab that's got a pickleball offer. Do you know if the former COO's I think it was his wife that was on there. Do you know if she's still on there?
I have no idea. I have not looked at pickleball offers on Offer Labs, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, yeah, live video is not starting inside of the Facebook group, so we'll have to go back and revisit that to stream again. Yeah, I know. Yeah, unfortunately, my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Oh, last week. Yep. We'd missed before though.
We have, and it's not it's not great, but
No.
we have.
Yeah. I think
We are going to miss again though for the rest of the year. We only have a couple weeks left, so there's no reason to have missed.
yeah, and whether it's going to be on a Wednesday, whether we have to postpone it the next day, let's hope nothing comes up. But last week I was so super swamped. I was really getting the final touches on that webinar funnel, and I still had some hiccups doing that on Thursday. But we're going to do another one next week. It's going to be my live encore. You like that?
Hmm. How
Yeah.
did your webinar go? I know you were doing it.
It did. I'll say it didn't go off without a hitch because I my emails weren't firing off, so I had people registered, but my show up rate was not very good. It was about, yeah, 4 people showed up, and but I
Better than none.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I really need to, but that's why you do it, right? That's why you do it. You do it so that you can actually you practice. You don't get better just saying I'm gonna do a webinar. You do better doing the webinar. The webinar that I did was the white label webinar that comes with your Offer Lab certification. So it is a webinar that was broadcast at the Offer Lab launch. It was with Russell doing a side by side with McCall Jones,
Hmm.
and it actually when you upgrade to the certification in Offer Lab, you get access to the slides and you get access to the webinar that you can present to your audience. So the key is, just, okay, how do you introduce, I think basically that's all it was. It's, you get your introduction in the front of the presentation and then you hand it off to play the entire presentation. That's on the bookend. It's called a bookend white label webinar, where you basically introduce Russell and McCall, and then you play the presentation. And then at the end of the presentation, what I did was I had a live Q&A, and I also shared how I was using OfferLab to generate broker income. That's the majority of the income that I've generated on the OfferLab platform is from being a broker. There are several options if you're wanting to run that white label webinar where you can do part Russell, and then you can step in and do part of the webinar. and parts that you feel comfortable with. But it's a pretty cool tool. It's a pretty cool tool, and that's just the first of many that we'll be running. Of course, offerlabwarriors.com/go. I think that's my link to yeah, for you to sign up there. Did I make a I think I did.
Did
Think
you
I
make a
did.
link? Throw it up there.
I think I did. There you go, right there. I think that's it right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, because last time we were doing the free 30 days book, that should go out to the comments. So you'll be able to invite to be a part of history at that link, right at that QR code right there. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that was yeah, that's been the week, and just working on getting it better for the live encore presentation. What's uh what's new on your side?
Not really much, man. Just trying to hold it down for the end of the year, and pick up some new clients. I've caught wind of a way to get some easy emails through a simple search algorithm, and then have AI kind of sort the data and then plug it into instantly for some cold email. And that kind of leads into a little bit of the secondary topic of tonight: email and email marketing, and why your business needs a domain branded email address. Because having one of those free emails accounts through Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, or the ancient AOL. Mark, you still got an AOL email address?
I
Come
I
on.
prob I probably do. I could probably it's probably still there. I've never it's dormant. If anything, I might check that email. I don't know. It might be in the $1 million unread, the million mount. Do
But I mean,
you
this
do you still have one?
I I probably have an AIM email address somewhere, which is kind of tied to AOL, but I haven't logged into it in years. So I mean, if you can, it should still be there. Should, fingers crossed. But there would be no emails in it, because I think they end up like purging those inboxes if it is dormant. But I bring it up because the search algorithm allowed, or this search method, advanced search method, allows you to literally scrape the entire internet and pull all of these email addresses that have a Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever end tag, .com domain that isn't of the business, and it's just like easy pickings. Now, granted, they're probably not going to be the highest quality of leads, simply because they are using that, and you're most likely be running into solopreneurs or very, very small mom and pop type shops that just may not have the sophistication or doing enough volume to justify the massive systems that you may want to try to sell them. However, because I am the digital plumber, and that's what I like to uh, beat my head against the wall trying to fix, is fixing these small businesses and getting them set up online properly with the proper systems in place that really aren't that expensive, to then be able to grow exponentially because of the professional look and branding that a professional business domain based email account provides. And if you're using a gmail.com, I mean, you can pay not very much a year. In fact, I give it away for free for the first year when you sign up for my program. And you got Google right then and there, and it plus gives you Gemini Pro, so you get the AI along with it, which is no brainer. You don't have to pay the monthly subscription for it; like it's all included. And that way, you have the power of AI. You got Gmail, you got Nano Banana, and all that kind of stuff to make whatever images you want, all right there in a Google Workspace account. And again, you get it for free when you sign up for my Business Growth Accelerator program for 1 year.
Nice, nice. So what's the what's the status? What's the statistics about having a domain branded email address versus not having a domain branded email address? I have both, and I yeah, for all of my social stuff, it's typically my Gmail address, but you go to my
Hmm.
website. If you go to my website and you're going to send an email, and also it's going to direct to my domain proper email address. Uh, but I keep that private. I do.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's
you
the
do have to
email,
kind of.
that's the email address that I don't want to be compromised. You have to kind of yeah, especially when you're like me, I do opt in on a lot of funnels. I opt in on quite a few funnels, and it might be uh I might be interested in following that person, and I might be interested in seeing what type of emails that I'm going to get from that person. What I would say is that I love it. It's a I think email is a source for some great copy. You
It
know,
is, it
you know
is,
what I mean?
and
Some
when it,
great headlines. You can look at your inbox. You can find some great headlines, some great copy. We're talking about copy in the email. Some great call to actions. It's a great source. Uh-huh.
it is, it's great for hacking, and of course, you need to protect your business domain. Nobody wants to get spam in there. That's why typically, if you have your individual employee emails, they have those. And then you have just a centralized business inbox, and that's where general inquiries can be sent and weeded through, as well as kind of protect the owner domain in itself. Me, I'm a one man band. I mean, I have the main admin email that doesn't get used, and then I have a generic catch all inbox, and then I have my own personal one that I opt into everything with, and that's why I have 50,000 unread emails in my box. It does make it a little bit difficult to do business using that, but at least I have it. Um, but when a customer sees your bandit sign, that's those little corrugated signs you see, outside of Walmart or alongside the roads, they don't see it as a legit business simply because there's no branding or authority. I mean, this thing right here, we're going to be talking about here in a minute, like this is the ultimate branding thing. And if you have a sign out there that shows 100% professionalism, that has a professional phone number and a professional email address on there that somebody can email to, that's going to increase your opportunity tenfold. Okay. And even though 95% of statistics are made up on the spot, that one isn't, right? So
I, oh my gosh, I got that.
all right. So what it's going to do again, it's going to give you premium brand presentation. It's going to show that's consistent messaging across the board because you have your email address on your site. It's going to be in your email marketing, which everybody should be doing. And it just sets the tone. And when somebody sees that there is a domain based email address, they know you mean business. When you get a card or you're looking at a site and you go to the bottom and try to find a contact information, you see a Gmail or a Yahoo and AOL account, you might just equate it to a hobby. It just, you want to put off to the customer, your potential customer, that you are one, real, two, you're stable, and three, you're trustworthy. And not only that, like you are going against terms of service to these free email accounts. Like they are not meant to be used for business purposes or mass emailing or doing anything like that out of them. And so, I mean, a couple examples here. Like if you're a realtor, I don't deal with realtors, but let's say a generic one here: sarah.realtor@yahoo.com versus sarah@springfieldhomes.com. Which one would you rather email and actually do business with? Somebody that's taken the time and invested in themselves and their business to be professional, or some random Yahoo literally Yahoo email address out there. Or in the case of plumbing, you have Mike's Plumbing at gmail.com versus Mike at rapidflowplumbing.com. That's his business, rapidflowplumbing.com. You're emailing Mike, it's going to his business instead of some generic Gmail account. Okay. Not only that, like if you have one of those generic accounts and it gets breached, like Gmail or Yahoo is not helping you. You have zero support to get that data back and then protect it moving forward. But when you have that Google Workspace, you get premium tier level security and support on the back end. It's going to improve open rates. It'll improve reply rates. You'll have better cold outreach success. Now, typically for the home service business and other service businesses, B2C that's a no-no. You're not doing that. But if you're more of a professional on a consultant side and you're looking to mass email a bunch of people, having that business domain on the back end will improve your cold outreach success. You improve vendor relationships. There's local SEO trust signals behind it because, again, once you put that link on the site, I mean, they're reading the domain on the back of it, so they know it's going to be real. Again, going back to the spam, free email is a higher spam score. Get the domain, it's going to hit the inbox as long as you have the proper security settings set up on the back end, which I set up for you. And it just overall ties your brand together. So, I mean, there are simple ways to get it fixed. I'm a proponent of Google and Google Workspace. It's super simple and easy to set up. A lot of it is pretty much plug and play. Once you get it set up, you log into your DNS, and it pretty much does it with you. Paired with Cloudflare, it's like 2 clicks and you're done. And if you're on ClickFunnels, you're most likely already on Cloudflare, so you might as well just go ahead and get Workspace and hook it all together. Microsoft Office 365, absolute devil, worst, hate it. But it is number 2 in the space. There's Zoho Mail along with the Zoho CRM, nothing to do with them, not affiliated with them. And there's a plenty of other general hosting providers. Usually if you have a WordPress account, they give you, depending on what hosting deal you're on, like Hostinger or Bluehost or something like that, you will get a professional email inbox built into their system. It's a simple SMTP deal. Those are okay, but they're pretty clunky to work through. And yeah, I mean, that's about it in a nutshell. So if you want professional results, you just got to look like a professional. And if you want your email fixed and get 1 year for free of Google Workspace on the basic edition, which is like $75 a year is what I charge, and pretty much set it up for free. Hit me up, go over the Business Growth Accelerator platform for you. Ties into the AI and automations that go into your business. We already talked about the chatbots a lot before. It's all part of that. You get Workspace for a year, and it's all set up for you. You just plug and play and get back to business.
Oh, yes. Yes, all of that. Okay, all of that. Absolutely. I can't imagine business. I can't imagine a local service business like a pest control or anything not having their own branded email address. But I guess there are still some out there.
I've scraped hundreds in the past couple of days. In fact, I just got 60 dog grooming companies today at lunchtime. It took me 10 minutes. It's crazy how many are using a free Gmail account.
Okay. Yes. If you are using a Gmail account or a Yahoo Gmail, I think the statistics say that I think Gmail holds a bigger percentage of the emails out there. Anyway, what percentage does? Hold on 1 second. Okay, what percentage of email addresses are Gmail? and it's about 30.9% of the global population uses the Gmail platform. That's the latest statistics, 30%. And the closest after that is okay, what's the closest email people use email addresses, and what service do they use? All right, let's find out.
I got 75% for Gmail. Yahoo is the second with around 30, and AOL is about 10.
I see it now. 34. Okay. Email statistics. Okay. Wow. Okay. So they are absolutely dominating, and Yahoo is in second. No, oh wow, this has got to be old. This, I don't know where this statistic came from, but September 12th of 2025. But this is a survey between January 23 and 24. Maybe this is just email statistics on just the United States alone, but worldwide, I'm pretty sure Google is the dominant player. As what does Apple have a email address
They do.
for Mac users?
Yeah, iCloud, iCloud.com.
You use iCloud?
I have one, but I don't use it. I don't use the native um, email application on the computer because it stores it locally, and because I get so many emails, like it would just crush my hard drive. And I'm using the Microsoft application, native application on the Mac for 365, and I got to go in there and delete a whole bunch of stuff because it's starting to eat into my hard drive too. Every little like what's it called? Signature that has a picture or an image in it stores as a local file, and it just emails back and forth. It really adds up to space being used.
Go through and delete them. Go
I
through
know.
and delete them.
I need to.
Speaking of emails.
Oh yeah, I got that. I got that email
I
a couple
actually,
times.
I think I tell you, I actually had the magazine. I actually had the magazine last week, and I was going to actually unbox it on the show, but then we didn't meet up, and then we had Halloween over the weekend, and I had this idea to snap a photo with me in my Halloween costume with the magazine. Um, if you do get a chance, check that out on my social media. I was dressed up. Did you do anything for Halloween, or is it even getting cold there? Or
It's
because
cold. It's in the 50s, 40s, 30s overnight. Had frost a couple nights. It's getting cold, man. It's getting cold. Don't like it. Not at all.
I don't like the cold either, and we are still holding on to this warm weather. You don't want me to tell you how warm it was today here, Brandon.
I'm sure it was in the 70s or 80s, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's still short. It's still short sleeve weather. It's 71 degrees right now,
That's
but
nice.
after the clocks went back an hour on
Hmm.
yeah on Sunday. So as it's just, of course, getting darker earlier. And yeah, so, but we're still enduring this warm weather. It's as if this warm weather is just hanging around. But yeah, so that was my Halloween costume. I was searching for this magazine everywhere, Brandon. I must have gone to a few dozen bookstores. There's just not very many brick and mortar bookstores around, at least not in my area. You it's They're few and far between. And you go into the grocery store, and I thought at one point there used to be a magazine rack inside the grocery stores or even inside the drugstores. But there was a magazine rack, but the magazine selection did not include Success Magazine.
Yeah, I
It
live in a small town myself, and I went grocery store, Walmart, and no, this area isn't about success in business at all. So I would have been shocked and surprised to have even found it where I live.
yeah, but did you actually look?
Oh, I did. I went. Like I said, I went to the local Kroger. I went to Walmart to their book section, and they had some home and garden magazines. I think there was like one or two auto magazines, and a lot of the other stuff was just like the tabloidy
People
um,
magazine.
people and that type of stuff. So I had to go. I had to go to Columbus, and luckily I was going to Columbus anyway to go to a hockey game. And on the way, there was a bookstore there, Barnes and Noble,
Hmm.
and they had two copies of Success Magazine. I picked the better of the two, even though the print wasn't the best. It was still a little beat up. Um, I picked it up anyway. So I ended up getting my copy and perused through a couple of the articles there. Just haven't sat down and like read through it, but I definitely went through the cover article. And it's not like it's a story we haven't heard before on how Russell got started, but it was still a decent story, and they did a good job in highlighting Russell and his journey and how he's kind of becoming the Napoleon Hill of our generation, um, and bringing back personal development as strongly as he is with the Secrets of Success uh, business that he started in the book club, the 1357, and just going all in on being the bibliomaniac that he is and buying all these old professional development books.
Yes, yes. Um, don't run around like a madman, because after I got my copy, then he made the announcement that he's going to be actually, you can buy your copy and watch him sign it live in a live event tomorrow. And it's basically the same price that I paid for this is what he's giving it to us for, except
Yeah.
it will be signed. And I've already got a couple copies, and I've still ordered still ordered one of the signed copies. It would only let me order one. I,
Did you try another email address?
Not yet, but I tried to see if I could change the quantity, and I didn't see a place to change the quantity. It only let us go with one. And what we'll do here is, because it's not just a live signing event, but there's also going to be some special guests on there. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to share the QR code on the screen here in case anyone out there wants to go out and get their copy. And then what I'm going to do, let's take a look at the actual page when we go here for the event. And so that's the link right there that you can grab a copy of the legacy the legacy edition of Success Magazine with Russell Brunson on the cover. And to me, I think what I really got out of the article was about his next move, the future and of uh, personal development, creating a future of opportunity for entrepreneurs, creators, and as online marketers. I think what he has planned for the future is just a culmination of, his life's passion, his life's love. I think he talks about the first time that he went to one of these events, and someone was speaking on stage, and the person asked, "Who here has read Think and Grow Rich?" And Russell looked around as everyone else raised their hands except him. He didn't raise his hand because he hadn't read the book. That From that moment, that's when he was introduced to Napoleon Hill in the Think and Grow Rich book. He went on to read that book, and what struck me was what happened after he read the book. And what happened after he read the book was he took one of the principles inside of the book and he practiced it, and then he saw a result from it. So you understand, when you and he said to himself, he said, "Wow, this is just amazing." When you can actually feed yourself, you can almost give yourself a raise. You can give yourself a raise, or you can give yourself an unfair advantage by learning skills that others have learned and that they're willing to share. And I think that's where it seems his love for personal development came from. Now, from that journey, that's taken him to, oh my gosh, that's taken him now to be obsessed with collecting these old books. And these old books, from the Napoleon Hill to the some of the people that he's seen. Elise Bennett, I think Elsie Elise Bennett, maybe that's the name or something like that. But yeah, all from reading one book. And books can really change. They can really change uh, they can change your life. When you think about it, they can change your life. And I want to actually show uh, the uh, the sales page for the event, and just to show you that this is more than just a book signing event, but this is also going to be filled with tons of special guests. So when you click that link that we just put down in there in the comments that you are able to click on, that's going to take you to this page right here. $10. There, you see there's the order form.
Mm-hmm.
It's there now, but it was interesting because someone else sent me the same thing and the order form was missing. I think if you do land on this page and you don't find the order form, make sure to refresh the page. I thought it might have been just a mobile issue, but you can actually see that it is here on the desktop. Now, in tomorrow's signing, see, November 6th, which is 10 a.m. Mountain, but it's going to be, he'll be signing 1,000 copies and sharing a little bit more of his success journey. Plus, we got a few special guests that will be on as well. Did you know that, Brandon?
I did not know that, but I figured you'd have a couple of the folks that have been um, with him throughout this whole thing, talking about how uh, how he's helped them, and how all of this other stuff is all kind of swirled around and tied together. Because I tell you, a lot of this stuff, a lot of these people, I mean, it's all incestuous. Like, it's just this small little clique that is just all kind of swirling around together, learning off each other, feeding off each other, and promoting, um, from this one core deal and message. It's kind of cool to watch. I mean, we're kind of swirling around on the edges of it, but one day we'll fall, deep into that funnel and be able to kind of do the same thing that they're doing. I actually have the second page
You
to
do?
this
Oh,
funnel.
okay, yeah, because
Uh,
yeah, on the second page, it's gonna show us because yeah, Sherelle Mendenhall, Mrs. United States 2024, will be joining us. But you got the second page?
yep, I just put it up here.
All right, yeah, because there's more people that will be on there. Okay, is that your second page right there? Okay, yeah, okay, there it is.
Yep. So after you buy the book, there's obviously in classic Russell fashion an upsell.
Upsell. Hmm.
Okay. This is a 10-minute video. You won't be able to hear the sound, but it is the classic VSL upsell letter that is going to be going into the offers here below. And you can't get it until you watch the 7-minute timer. Now I had this saved on my phone and then pulled it to my um, um, computer here, or the desktop here, because I wanted to get a screenshot of this thing, because for whatever reason my phone was not taking the full page screenshot like it did for the first page. But in these upsells, this is what you are going to get. You got the self persuasion masterclass, um, 30 days free access to the secrets of success driven 6-7 app. What? Why is he throwing 6-7 in there?
I didn't even
Oh,
realize that.
here you go. Want to lose weight? Done in 67 days. Want to launch your business? Done in 67 days.
Six,
Okay.
7 days.
6-7. All right. Just throwing it in there. The first edition, 1897 Success Magazine scan. So this Success Magazine deal, I mean, this isn't new. Like, this is super old. 1997 was their, what was it, 100
1897.
year? I'm just saying, but in 1997, they were 100 years, if it was even still around there. So, and then 2007 is 110 years, 17 is 120 years. And then in 2027 is going to be 130 years old from the first time that um, this magazine was published. You get the VIP access to the live Earl Nightingale estate unboxing, which is kind of cool. I don't know when that's going to happen, but he bought everything from Earl Nightingale. You get the Earl Nightingale collection,
Mm-hmm.
and you get all of this stuff here.
And it's just a $47 upsell.
Yeah, and if you don't have the box already, um,
No, that's a second upsell. There's two upsells. So
yeah,
there's
but there's two options for the same upsell. But the difference between the two, if you do the 97, you get the Secrets of Success box, which gives you Think and Grow Rich, and the two other publications of Napoleon Hill for, we went over them. One's like Sales Mastery, and one is like Psychology of Persuasion or something like that.
yeah,
Also get the box.
literally you get 4 books.
Yeah, it'll place you wherever you wish to be among men. Think and Grow Rich, with Russell's forward, and the Secrets Master Salesmanship by Napoleon Hill. Well, I think we went over the salesmanship one. If not, we need to. So that one's 97. The other one's 47, and that's after. And then it continues for $97 a month, and you get access to everything in Secrets of Success.
All right.
So
Is there more info about the special guests on that page? There's they
no.
you know what, they're constantly changing that page, because earlier today that page had more info on it about the guest speakers, because
Well,
it's going to be more than it's going to be more than them. If you look at the if you look at wait, you see here, you
yeah.
see this, yep. And so
Yeah.
there's Ashley Kirkwood. She's in this yellow on this display right here. That's McCall Jones in the middle, and then that is Sharon Minden. Whatever. I'm sorry, I don't want to say the wrong name, but what is that name? Sherelle Mendenhall, Mrs. United States 2024. So they are actively adjusting this page on the go. That's crazy. You could
It's
tell.
probably a test, a split test.
It could be, right? Could be that they're running split tests. That's cool to see when you can actually in live action see them running split tests on pages to see which converts better. It'd be interesting to find out the results at the end of the books, the magazine signing. So you're gonna be there tomorrow?
What time's it start? I signed up for it.
10 a.m. Mountain.
Was that 1 p.m. Eastern? 10? No. 12? 12 o'clock? Probably not. I got meetings at 12:30.
I
I
will
might.
try. I will try to be there. A little bit more about just what this book talked about when it comes to Russell's vision for the future. One of the big topics that was discussed in this article was the brand new 20,000 square foot part library, part museum, part event space that Russell Brunson is in the process of building right there in Boise, Idaho. It's nothing new to us, right, Brandon? I think we've been aware of it since how long has it been? Has it been a couple years?
At least 3 or 4.
I almost want to say it's probably the same length of time as the Secrets of Success, and I think that must have been Funnel Hacking Live 2022 that he made that announcement. So I think this brand new center that's being built is going to house. It's designed to house uh, just a big collection of some of the pioneers that really developed this entire personal and professional industry. It'll be a place where you can go and actually read actual, original copies from some of the original thinkers from, we're talking years ago, and it's just unbelievable how the thoughts that they had and the ideas that they had so long ago can still be applied today, from the applied psychology to the success principles. We all want the newest thing. We all want the latest fad. We want AI. What about feeding AI the secrets of success formulas?
That would be pretty. It'd be good in a sense because train GPT with those need. Um, but if this goes for it,
Yes.
it's like calculator.
Yes.
Math used to be hard until you got a calculator, and now you don't even think about math anymore because you got a calculator right in your pocket.
Yes. Yes. I was reading something, or maybe I was hearing something about the jobs that will really be, that are really in danger of AI being taken over, and they're all jobs with really critical thinking. That would be interesting, right? That would be crazy because I think the industrial revolution, we became a nation of really like farmers and workers. And then when the computer age and the information came, it was those jobs that required more critical thinking that really kind of took over. What do you think about us going back to sort of an industrial revolution, where those jobs that require really more manual labor are the ones that will flourish.
And they absolutely will. In fact, was it South Park last year or the year before put out an episode that the new millionaires were the plumbers and the electricians and things like that because everybody was so reliant on the technology. And um, I think it's kind of funny and somewhat disheartening in the sense that 20 years ago they were telling you go to college, get a good job, go to college, get a good job, get a degree, get a degree, get a degree. And I'm telling you, I got a degree in chemistry, and it has not really helped me out one bit, other than the fact that I managed to get a biochemistry degree and by the skin of my teeth, but still intelligent enough to get it. But then realized how boring it was to work in a lab. Though learning this stuff was fun, the actual work side of it was not very fulfilling. Um, I'm sure I was making sure people were safe and things like that when they're in the hospital, but there's only so many saltwater tests you can do before you want to just drink the salt water yourself and just end it all, right? So, um, being able to work with your hands and fix something and see an end project done, I think is way more fulfilling than just doing a test over and over and over and over again. So you don't have to go to school to get a fancy college degree. Go learn how to weld.
I
Go
think,
learn how to plumb a building and wire it and all that kind of good stuff. And then learn how to manage people that know how to do this stuff and make even more money.
well, it's just using a different set of tools. That's what I think of it as. Plumbers, their tools are with their hands. And it might be with some tool. It may be it might be a welding tool, it might be a wrench, it might be a pinch set of pliers, with things like coding and things like that. Well, your tools are pretty much words, language, and you can mold the language. Just for example, uh, computer language, you kind of mold the language to create the things that you want. So I think it's just using a different set of tools to get a result. And the tools that we use, or let's say a salesperson, your tools are your language, your words to get a result. And then you can, try things and then see the result. It's just not as, working with physical things. I think it's more, I just want to say more black and white, because if let's say I've got a hammer, and okay, let's say I've got a screw or something that I need to apply. They say, okay, torque this screw down to 30 psi or whatever, right? So, and that if you turn it, it's going to go to that. When you're doing sales, it's like, okay, just ask for the okay. So on the sales, you say ask the right questions. So, okay, let me ask this question, but you can get so many different responses from it. You can get so many different responses from it. You have to be ready to respond with that response. It's way more dynamic to get the results. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
It does.
Yeah. Communication, working with sales. Yeah, it's just not as black and white as working with things. Working with people is just not as black and white as working with things. People are what's the word I'm looking for?
Mm,
Cesspool.
Well, that depends on what people you want to work with, and the general offer that you have for them, because everybody wants to get rich quick, and they think that certain avenues will do it better than others, and that's where the grifters kind of hang out with that message, and you just got to be kind of wary of that. I know both you and I have been working at this for several years now. Um, we've both definitely made money over the long haul. I mean, I looked at my bank accounts just the other day, and quantitatively, the numbers are impressive. The problem is the length of time over which I looked at it is not. If there's any way that I can get that to shrink within just 6 months, whew, I'd be sitting, I'd be sitting quite fine. And that's going to be the next goal here for 2026, is figuring out how to speed up this money acquisition moving forward, and getting the success that we're continuing to read about. And I mean, not only that, I mean, even back in 2020, when I first even started this whole deal, I picked this up in an airport. Met Uncle G there, smiling bright as I was walking past one of the newsstands there, as I was going to GrowthCon. Um,
That
and
it looks like I've seen that used suit before. It looks like a used car salesman suit. Whoa,
Yeah,
that's a young looking Grant Cardone right there.
I mean, that's 5 years ago. I mean, look at him now. He's definitely put some
Great.
put some age on in 5 years with everything that he's doing, man. It's once you get to a certain age, like it just seems to kind of speed up. So I think he's in his 60s now. So um, yeah, I think he might have been like 55 in that picture. So once you get there, it just age just seems to hit the fast forward button.
Yeah, yeah. Aren't you glad we've got at least those 5 years behind us?
I mean, we could all have done without 2020. I can tell you, 19 going into 20 was a pretty rough transition for everything that I was kind of going through. But I'm doing my best to stay afloat, and just kind of keep it moving. Because if you quit, you fail. So I'm just going to keep swimming, and we'll get to we'll get to where we need to go.
Yes, yes. Hermosi had his that's your boy.
Yep, my guy.
He had his he had his affiliate mastermind where
Okay.
he brought a bunch of affiliates. And you know I think I can, you just pay attention to what they're doing. And then I noticed just something change with some of the people that were there at the meeting, well, at that mastermind. And it makes me wonder what exactly he he kind of directed them to do there at the event, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But I've noticed a lot more controversial posts coming from a few people that were there. And I'm talking just really wading into what I call, and I've given it a name, is these ticking time bomb posts. That's what I'll call it. It's almost as if he just lights a fuse, throws it in a room, and then just ducks, and it just explodes in that room. And I've been seeing these posts, and I'm wondering, is there something else behind that, seeing that? But that's been something that I've been noticing online lately. But it seems like, I don't know how much time you spend on social media.
Too
Or
much. I looked at my screen time the other day on my phone, and I mean, I don't know how I'm even getting any work done because it says I'm on my phone 8 hours a day. I'm like, okay.
But is your 8 hours all on one social media, or is it just counting your screen time total from being on your phone and not uh or social media?
It's just counting. I'm just counting screen time. I don't look at the apps on there, but I mean, a lot of stuff I do is either email or something like that as well. It's not just scrolling aimlessly on social media.
Okay, you
Hello,
back. Yeah, you're
I'm back.
back.
Okay. Um, with the screen being on, I mean, it could be the fact that I'm either watching a movie or whatever, when I'm home or in the car or whatever, driving and things like that. So, am I on my phone probably too much? Yes, but I have not seen those types of posts. I don't really know who you're talking about. The only controversial person that I see um, is Dan Henry. And that's really the only one. I don't really see anybody else.
Okay. Okay. It's
So if
not
there's somebody,
coming up. Uh
so if there's somebody else that is being controversial, I'd love to know who it is so I can go just check them out.
I guess it just matters on, because you know how the algorithms are. It if you start to engage with them, then it will start to feed that to you. So I think that's probably what I'm falling into, is I'm falling into you know the bubble.
Hmm.
Yeah, it can, you can easily, I think you can easily fall into the bubble. Maybe it's good to actually get thoughts from someone else. So it's because you can easily think that what you see on your feed is what everyone's seeing, which is not the case. I rarely see Dan Henry's posts, although I do follow him too. But yep, it depends on what you are engaging on, and then you'll be sent more of that. You think you're in a vacuum, you think that everybody is doing this, but they may not be. It just the algorithm shooting it to you. And Yeah, the dreaded algorithm. I'll tell you some names. Just a bunch of people that were actually at the Offer Lab launch, and that could be the reason why too. Because I've kind of really started to follow some of those people and interact with them a little bit more. So my feed might be a little bit more, uh, you know, coming with them. And yeah, I don't see very many of Dan Henry's. Uh, I know I think he's over in Dubai. Is it
Hmm.
Dubai? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and I see him sometime wearing a rag. I don't know. That guy's gone really crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the character that he wants to personify. Um, and it works for him. So he's attracting the right person who wants to, spend the money and you know, get coached by him. Never really been my cup of tea. I mean, I know he's part of the magnetic marketing deal and the Right Like Dan challenge. And what he's done has made him successful. So, can't knock him, can't hate the player. You just always hate the game, right?
Right. How often are they running that challenge, magnetic marketing?
They're usually doing something about once a month, but they're not really pushing the Right Like Dan challenge.
Is it an evergreen
Yeah,
webinar?
it's evergreen now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's
Yep.
evergreen.
And I'm gonna have to sadly say I have ceased my subscription to the print newsletter. But maybe I'll sign back up to it later on down the road. Been on there 4 years, dude. I got 4 years worth of print letter, and I think it's great. It's a great newsletter. Highly recommend it. But after 4 years, I think you got all of the um, thing you can get out of it, and it's honestly time to move up to the diamond plan, the 297 plan. It's just I'm not
Mhm.
there yet. So um, I will be hopefully by the end of 2026 be upgraded to that, or I will be in the um, prime mover program. One of the two. That's the goal for next year. But I find it crazy in thinking that okay, if I can make enough money to hit the prime mover program, do I really need the prime mover program?
I think so. Yeah, because it's sometimes it's not even about the program, but it's about the connections and that you make and the opportunities that you get from making those connections. You know, uh, when when you get around those groups and you find that those groups support each other, you know
Hmm.
and it gets to be, you can get in the room and you can be considered. I don't know if you ever have any aspirations to speak on stage.
I don't, but I know I need to. That's the thing. It's like it's one of the things where it's like the biggest thing that I don't want to do is the absolute number one thing that I must start doing. Um, I'm trying to reach out more to try to get some collaborations going on, especially locally here in town. There's a new shared co-working space that's going up, and I've kind of harassed the owner a little bit via email to try to set up a meeting for a collaboration, but she's yet to respond. So I'm going to try her one more time, and if she doesn't answer, I'm going to call her and be like, "Hey, listen, Linda." Her name's not Linda, but I can help your people out. Like you want to set this up, you're setting up, this business training and things like that. I have systems that can plug into that help with the implementation, and that's the angle that I'm trying to get in, and then plus um, try to get in with the ClickFunnels Connect in there as well, because I would then have a space to then host meetings there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think when it comes to, getting in those masterminds, TR Garland said something when I interviewed him there at the Offer Lab launch in that little clip. And he said that if you want to be on my stage, then you might want to join my mastermind. And when you think about it, think about the people that Russell puts on stage.
Yeah, he puts everybody that's gone through his program that and has won $1 million at least two comma club to be able to speak to what they did and continue to grow. And everybody on his stage is in his inner circle and um, or has been affiliated with ClickFunnels a long time and has shown initial success either being an affiliate for ClickFunnels and selling it, or using the platform to make the money.
It's a little bit of the Dream 100. It's the
Mhm.
same thing that Russell teaches, how he got on Tony Robbins' stage. And just think about, how being on that stage with Tony Robbins really opened up uh, Russell's, uh, Russell's exposure and how that opened up for him. Just something to think about. We're at that 1 hour and 10 minutes almost. Woo!
Mhm. And speaking of ClickFunnels and awards, they have that new $1,000 one comma club award, right?
Yes, the clear see-through one.
Yeah, I wonder if I can apply to that and get it since I've made over 10 times that just as an affiliate. I wonder if they'll give it to me. I'll have to ask.
That's a good question.
I mean, it wasn't like directly like through a funnel, so
Phone.
to speak, but I mean, I've talked to people. I was a human funnel like Partiv.
I mean, you could say if you send someone to a bridge page and you've collected their email address and they became, uh, you know, y-
But I've always sold ClickFunnels in person. Like I've never sold it as a through a funnel or through an affiliate thing or a link like that I at least know of. Right. Every one of my referrals have come from a personal referral and have sold it that way, which kind of goes against the rules of using it. But I mean, I still sold it, so I wonder. I'm gonna ask Tyler.
yes,
Can't I? Can't ask Danny. He's gone. So I'll ask Tyler.
yeah, we'll see what effect that has on us. I'm gonna
Mhm.
check to see if I still have admin access in the group. I don't know. We're in limbo right now. I think we're in
Uh,
limbo because we have not had any other well, except the announcement and just basically the change of leadership when it comes to us, but that's all we've had so far. It'd be nice to have a meeting about that, and we'll let you know. Hopefully, we'll still be coming to you live here inside of the ClickFunnels official group. But if not, you know what? We're going to be here regardless.
we'll be here. We're gonna still be there helping you out.
Yes, absolutely. All right, and that's gonna put a button on tonight's episode. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Great to see you, and we'll see you next week.